Ladies and gentlemen, this is What the Show on Wednesday night. And it's our first show of 2022. So you know what that means. We are recapping the year that was 2022. It's January 5th. And we have a goal on the show to do the first year-end recap on YouTube every single year. So we do it within the first 5 days. I am AJ Lancaster. I am one of our co-hosts. I'm joined by Justin the Juice, another co-host. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. Doing fantastic. I'm doing a dry January, but what's actually more difficult than alcohol is caffeine. If you've been to a live event or something with me, you know the first thing I'm doing in the morning is finding the coffee.
See, dry January for me is I try not to cry.
It's also a good goal.
We'll get there.
I don't think I've cried. I haven't cried yet in 2022. That could change within the hour.
Nice.
I have definitely cried.
And that's another of our co-hosts. We have the Deacons, Mike and Bethany. How are you doing?
I'm drained, to say the least. I haven't had a day off all year, but I really haven't. Plus a few days into the last. Basically, I'm going on 8 days straight, y'all, and I'm really, really exhausted. So I will not be hanging out too late with everyone. But I have some really good replacements. When I leave, there are some way cooler people coming in to talk about how great of a year 2022, was.
Yes. Yeah. This is a retrospect.
Yes, a retrospect.
Looking back So some a little bookkeeping here. Being 2022, we actually had our fantasy football championships from our What the Show League. Shall I just go down and go from 14th to 1st?
I think people would really like to know where I placed, which was not great.
Okay, so please, everybody, go on Twitter and harass our 14th place finisher, Mr. John Mariano. Please go on to Twitter and harass him. He finished 2-12. So
he did try to make a trade with literally everyone in the league.
Every day.
So
every day.
Every single day.
Every single day.
In 13, we had from the Gucciverse, Larry Payne.
Larry, lucky number 13.
Larry, we haven't seen in 5 weeks of this league, Payne.
Yep. In 12th, we had the team named Don't Bothers.
We didn't bother. It's the thing. I name my teams appropriately. I think this is what you get when you name your fantasy football team off of a fictional hockey team. I was in the wrong sport, y'all, but you know what? I gave it a good go.
So in 11th, we have MVT Higgins.
Proud of that one.
In case you're wondering,
I'm also proud of the Pimp Higgins. I'm proud of the Dim Debos. I'm proud of the Lori's Metcalf. I'm proud of all 15. It was 15 fantasy football teams.
Yeah,
you did have. I couldn't keep them straight.
So in 10th place, we have the wildly inappropriately named Winner Behavior.
You can tell What the Show crew did really good in this league this year.
I gave up. My old team got injured. I was on track. I was the first 3-0 person, except for the person that ended up winning. I basically won the league. It's just shift a couple numbers here and there, and I win.
Remember when I tried to trade you for Christian McCaffrey? You could have won.
9th place, we had the Cobra Commanders, Mr. Chance Ellison.
Good. Give it a go.
In 8th place, we have the absolutely creatively named Jaders team.
I wonder who that could have been. Maybe Jaders team.
The Dynamic Aarons of one Jeremiah Morris was in 7th.
Jerry.
Team 6th place had a logo of Ed Harris as their team logo, so you can pretty much figure out who that was.
Who that was.
In 5th place, we had Joey Boros. 4th place, from Schmo Me the Money, we had Brandon Buckingham. And then our 3 placeholders. I represented the best for us. 3rd place was me.
Oh, and Brad, someone over
I
here.
Should have won the whole thing.
Got on the podium.
In 2nd place from Picture Perfect Podcast, we had Bobby Gross. And in 1st place, somehow running the entire table, did not lose a single game.
He didn't win.
He didn't lose a game. Didn't lose a game. And basically just followed the Yahoo rankings, like doesn't really follow football even. Just auto drafted essentially. Billy Belford ran the entire table, never lost a game in a 14-team league.
That's true.
I don't even know how to it really is. It's disgusting.
It hurts.
He's going to be coming on in a couple of weeks. You know, he won that, and I'm pretty certain. Like we stopped paying attention to our Schmodown Fantasy League. I'm pretty certain he won that too.
Oh, if we did that, that's a recap.
The man's password is taco. All right. So,
well, yeah, he did have Cooper Kupp. That is true, Buck.
Yeah.
And he had Brady as well.
Bastard. You know, it's fine. There's always next year, as they say. So 2023. Well,
no,
the end of
the 2022-23.
2022-23 season is mine. Okay, we're gonna bother this year. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bother.
You gonna be the
bothers.
Well, you know, we at the end of the season, the Don't Bothers became the Mighty Ducks. So maybe next year I will be the Mighty Ducks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Without further ado,
here tonight.
So, AJ, why don't you tell everybody about? Well, I guess we'll wait for that actually for a minute.
I think we can get started.
Are we in the StreamYards yet? Streamlabs?
Well, it's not loading on my computer because this thing is not a Radio Shack.
New Year, same professional.
New Year, same us.
Oh.
New Year, same us.
So this is our first show, which means it's the year-end recap of 2022. This was the year that has been. We are the first ones to year-end recap on YouTube, and we'll verify that at any given point. Do this thing alone. We can't talk about the year without some of the greatest. How do we intro? They are the foremost voices in film today. They're just all together. Legends of Fantasy Football. I believe that we're also going to learn. I'm doing all this improving as my computer is just actively.
Yep.
Actively
failing. What's happening with our
we got about half of that.
We are in 2022. This is not our 2000.
Yeah,
and I'm being told to vamp. I'm being told to vamp. Well, everything was failing. So, that's even better.
But you did a really good job of vamping. Wow.
Well, speaking of vamping, how about that Morbius? You know, it's never coming out.
Can we do a countdown to when Morbius actually finally comes out?
It's not coming out. This is basically the New Mutants over again.
I don't know. I think it's
actually been delayed more times than New Mutants.
It has.
Technically, yes.
By the way, we did receive a $5 donation from Brandon Buckingham saying, love this crew. You all rock. We're about to get into our cause for the month, by the way. Operating this channel as soon as we figured out Streamlabs to do 100% donations straight to charity. That's probably our biggest pride, I think, for anything else that we've done is that everything that we do is for a cause, and that you guys are part of that community with us. So, Billy Belford in the chat.
Here to brag about his big fantasy one.
We haven't heard.
I literally can't believe that he had a perfect season. Like, I think that's what annoys me the most is that there wasn't a single loss. Forget you, Belford. Just kidding. We love you. You're great. 10 out of 10.
I would have beaten him in the semifinals if the Chargers defense didn't give me -3.
Well, that's what you get for putting in the Chargers defense.
They were playing Houston. Like what?
That's what you get for putting in the Chargers defense. That's all I gotta say about that. Thank you and good day, sir.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
Bless you, Matt. We love you. You're good at
Anybody who's met Matt knows that
you're good at
goes right back at
great
Matt.
hugs.
Yeah.
You're true
That's
and
a
gentleman.
damn legend.
He's a
So
legend.
Great.
I think that we should probably get started and we can just roll in because we do have 2 guests tonight.
do?
And one of both these men are legends, but we're bringing in actually somebody that's near and dear to our hearts and part of what we're sponsoring for January.
the reason that
Paul
we started parties.
That's true. We started it last January. Welcome,
Yeah.
Paul. We couldn't be here and recap 2022 without you.
Oh shucks.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was there. I was there for the whole year. It's
The
exciting.
whole year. It was.
Yeah,
It was
there's
there.
much to
All
say.
of it.
It was a good
I've
one.
been alive for every day of 2022 so far.
Wait, let me dig into what has gone on so far because first of all, Belford winning this thing, winning the fantasy football. I play in 3 different fantasy football leagues, so I have a lot to talk about that right out of the gate. It sounds like he doesn't know what it is. Isn't that the worst? Like you get, my girlfriend's gonna play this bowling with us, and then she bowls like a 250. You're like, I didn't know. And then
It's like,
son of
sure.
one of
Sure
those.
you
Belford's
didn't
that.
know.
Belford's the girlfriend trying Settlers of Catan for the first time. I built the biggest road. Oh yeah. And how is Payne not around for 5 weeks? What do you that kind of threw out there? Where like, it wasn't around for. Did he not set lineups? Because that's the worst.
Yeah.
He deserves
pretty
last
much did
place.
that.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's actually not the worst. Like
He got second to
he's not
last.
good. Jader Paramo made 2 moves the entire season and did not finish him
Shader
last.
did a lot better this year than he did last year. Last year, he very rarely remembered to set his line.
I'm in
Last year,
3
Jader-
leagues.
Yeah.
I finished 3rd in all of them.
Oh, geez.
Killing
3
me.
for 3.
Yeah, I would win the consolation match.
Yeah,
every
So
week.
I lost to my paid league, which was the What the Show league. I got first in my free league, which is kind of like telling everybody that you bowled a perfect game, but you didn't.
Yeah.
And
So-
Jader was dead last in my. This is a league with a bunch of Schmodown people, including Peggy Gubbins, who, by the way, set the league up to have the first round of the playoffs be 2 weeks long, which was weird.
That's weird.
So, I beat the Cobra, who apparently came in 4th in your league as well, maybe, or was it 5th?
He
was right above me. I
I
beat him
knocked his
in.
ass. I knocked his ass down to 4th. That was exciting. So yeah, I always set my team names up from. You watch the Key and Peele East West Bowl sketch. It's like one of the greatest guys.
Oh yeah.
Every year. It's this year. I was in 3 leagues. I was Sagittaria Jefferson, DeGlester Hardunka Chud,
Demarius
and,
Demarius.
oh, I haven't been that one yet. I was Donkey Teeth a while ago.
Donkey teeth.
I was
Prince
Hingle
Nukamura.
McCringleberry, which is a great one. And then what was the other team name I
Jiggless
had?
Morgoon.
Yeah, that's like the
Wax-
greatest.
Wax-
Every year
Wax-
one of those.
Wax
Cordero
Jackson
Patterson.
crying.
Wait.
The first time that aired. Like, the fact that they did this and then they did it 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, and they were all just as good as the first.
That's always funny. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. What the hell was my third? Le Carpatron, Duke Marriott.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Great.
that's the best. I just do it for that, and then win or lose, whatever.
Yeah.
Got some
As long as the
good names.
Patriots made the playoff.
I do enjoy. I think maybe my favorite aspect of fantasy football is naming my team. I'm not gonna lie. I need to pick it.
See, and I won. Oops.
I said, I try to do 15 unique names per team per year. It's taxing
Wow.
as hell.
That's just exhausting.
Yeah. My favorite one was the Action League. There was an Action Schmodown Fantasy Football League, and Brandon Hannon was part of it, and that's when the Hitman Hotman thing happened. And my team name for the playoffs was Hotman's Heroes.
I'm into it.
I'm just impressed that your internet is back. You know, Adam was out of town last week for our movie nonsense show that we stream every Monday. And he had, in Kentucky, the internet was so we had hashtag Kentucky internet. I was about to hashtag you Nebraska internet, but it seems to have come back. So,
well, we don't have enough clips from the Siskel and Ebert holiday gift guide ready for this channel.
Exactly. Yeah, got to have something. Right when the internet's crap, play a clip. That's what we were playing.
So good.
So let's go into the Streamlabs though. Like AJ, tell us what we're.
Yeah, tell us about our charity of the month, AJ. Which again, to preface this, we back in the day before we did our great 2021 recap, we didn't really have a charity thing, and then last year we started it with January, and so we and then ever since then, every month we find a new thing that all of our month Streamlabs go to. That has kind of become the What the Show way. And so now to kind of honor that, we're going back since it is a new January, back to our humble roots, so to speak.
This is our first repeat fund that we are supporting in our now 13 months of having an active Streamlabs donation link, and that is the Karen Volpe Preston Legacy Fund, which will be afforded to annually to Chautauqua County High School graduates majoring in theater and arts with an interest in comedy as a career. Karen was a bright light to so many people, and to experience on the people whose lives that she's touched with Paul, with Adam, that this fund exists to help women in that area who are going out into the world and pursuing their careers in theater and comedy is just such a wonderful opportunity for us to engage in, and something I think that we're going to make it a kind of an annual January run for us.
It's a good way to start the year. My goal is to top what we did last year, which I think was or the end of the year, as we do here on What the Show, because we were recapping it 5 days in. What we 500 last year?
It was more than that, I thought.
That's great.
Well, anyways, once I find out what exactly it was last year, my goal is this year we're going to beat it. So, yeah.
We love the cause.
And whether or not we do, it's always our goal to just
AJ, don't be defeatist already.
Whether or not we do, it's always our goal to put some good out into the world, and I think that our guests tonight are a huge part of that. And also, we have our other guest tonight, and that is the we're going to talk awards tonight. Probably the biggest snub for awards announced so far in 2022. That is the Manager of the Year, Adam Witch.
Hey, I'm here to throw off the symmetry of your boxes.
Yes, I love it. Now I can do my
what I do best.
Which is, now that Adam is here, we're getting an upgrade, everyone. I will now be leaving this evening. Adam will be playing the role of Bethany for the rest of the night. I'm gonna go be watching everyone and chatting a little bit. But yeah, I haven't had a day off yet this year. It's been a hectic few. I don't know. It's been 8 days of work. It's been exhausting. So I'm a zombie, but good luck to everyone. Happy anniversary, Speed 2, and I hope nothing terrible happens tomorrow. Okay, no one storm the Capitol. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
All right, thank God the chick's out of here. Let's have some fun. Huh?
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, screw Dry January.
So if we're gonna get political, we gotta start off with Donald Trump Jr.
Okay.
For as far as news stories go, if you guys don't know that story, we rarely get political on this show, but Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle are engaged in multiple felony charges. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
Now, I had Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle were enraged this year. But am I reading that right? Okay, it is engaged. I think both work. I think both work.
Stick with either.
Based on the history of that family, I think they'll probably be together forever or until the Coke runs out.
We have not even got.
There's got to be an endless supply, though. There really has to be.
Well, listen, Donald Trump Jr. is engaged to a new woman, right? That's what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think we're reading next year's story. Anyway.
Oh,
Donald
okay.
Trump Jr. has profusely denied ever using cocaine. Wearing a T-shirt that says "I don't use cocaine" will also make you think. Well, the shirt that you're wearing is raising more questions about the thing you're not doing.
Yeah, as you know, when the Trumps wear clothing with words on it, it always goes well.
Yeah.
It's amazing that he's nobody's favorite Donald Trump, right?
Remember
just
when
saying
the
it could be like
Red
such a
Hat
cakewalk.
Society
It's
is for
like-
middle-aged white ladies?
Yeah, it's like my goal is to be the most beloved Donald Trump. This is easy. I got this. Not a and he's failing miserably.
And he's failing.
That's a
failing.
low bar.
He's... Imagine being the second most loved Donald Trump.
And listen, I already told you this before we started. Yet the show hasn't gone political with this. We're just talking about assholes. This has nothing to do with politics.
He has never held political office. This is not political.
Let's see if we can keep that streak going.
Don't put that evil into the world, AJ.
You know, every administration needs a Roger Clinton or a Billy Carter, right? I mean, I think we all assume that Donald Trump Jr. is, a Billy Carter of the whole thing. Billy Carter who had his own beer.
Billy Carter, really?
Billy Beer, right?
I did not know this. Okay.
And what has Donald Trump Jr. done with his life?
Cocaine.
With his entire life.
Oh, have we gotten shadow banned yet?
What is shadow banning? Someone explain these terms to me.
Shadow banning was a tough as nails detective from the San Francisco area.
That's
In
it.
the
That's it.
70s television show Banning.
Banning. And then shadow banning was when he went and fought like vampires and stuff. It was like Kolchak, right? Yeah.
Well, years later in the franchise, when they ran out of regular stories for them to do, they thought, "Hey, let's see if we can get on this vampire craze," and it took off. It got him an extra couple of seasons. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, Robert Urich is just fantastic in the role, and
So we have
Banning.
somebody
We lost-
with
lost
a
it too soon.
stream.
Listen,
we got somebody
Bannock.
with a
Listen,
Streamlabs
Banning.
donation. It's a $1 Streamlabs donation from quote Belford. All I do is win no matter what. I'm pretty sure we need to ask where he was on January 6th of last year.
Oh.
let's see. He brought he all he does is win, and he donated $1. Thanks, Billy.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Billy. That's
No, to be fair, I haven't sent him the winning jet because he won by less than a point, and I know stat corrections haven't come out yet, so that's the reason I haven't sent it. He won by like 0.7
That's the
points.
worst, isn't it?
It happened to me in the semifinals once. I won on Monday, and then on Thursday I get a notification that I'm no longer in the championship. I'm in the third place game. That was rough.
But like he's still in the money, right?
He won money regardless, yeah, but it's how much.
What?
I think the line of the night is Donald Trump Jr. is the Eric Trump of Donald Trumps. I think put that back up. That's a good line.
Ooh.
I'm very upset I didn't write that line.
Sure. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I
So-
meant to congratulate you guys on picking the 5th to do this show every year. It certainly worked out great last year. Probably going to work out great again this year.
I don't want to turn the
We
news
by
on tomorrow.
no means did this on purpose last year. By no means was there pertinent information out there where the public knew that we were going to call the end of the year a day beforehand just in case. There was no way that was all over social media that we knew. It's just a guess. It's just a guess.
So what else happened?
Yeah, so the Harry Potter special came out, and in showing archive photos, they managed to somehow mess up Emma Watson and Emma Roberts. So Emma Roberts was shown as a youngster instead of Emma Watson.
Do we have that photo?
No.
No,
And
that's all
we're
right.
on brand.
That's okay. Put up a photo of Emmy Rossum, and we'll be even further confused.
But
And you know what? Throw up Emily Mortimer while we're at it.
so what I was going to say though,
And
Emma Roberts
Emily Watson.
playing
Put up
Hermione
Emily
in
Watson
the-
too.
Emma Stone. Emma Stone was in this.
Throw her in there as well. Why
No,
not?
she played Mary Jane Watson. No, wait, she didn't.
Put up a picture of J.R.R. Rowling. And
Oh no. Oh well, we have Billy Belford pleading the fifth in the chat, and I think that's all we need to know about last year.
Oh, just say the fifth. Don't plead. Don't get on your knees. Come on. Just say the fifth.
Be the sixth.
Plead.
say the fifth.
Say the fifth.
So,
What a year it was, guys. What a year it was.
so what
was.
are your
Is.
Was it fans who pointed that out? That they had Emma Roberts instead of Emma Watson?
Yeah.
Because they're the ones spotting the plastic bottle in Game of Thrones, and they're on this stuff. Anything
Right,
on HBO, their eyeballs are on it. You can't screw up.
It's funny. You sent the link, and I immediately to the story, and I immediately thought that they had a gathering and actually invited the wrong. It wasn't just photos, but then they had them all come to a reunion and invited entirely the wrong
That
person.
would be great.
then Emma Roberts has to get in character as Emma Watson,
Yeah.
and then
Trying
just
a
like
half-baked
write
British
it
dialect.
out.
Yeah.
Just write it out.
A hasty search on the free photo site for celebrities, whatever that is.
Did y'all hear about the Florida man quitting his job?
No,
All,
no.
all good stories start with a Florida man.
Well,
Right.
a Florida man. I think we have video footage on this one. Florida man.
Oh yeah, Adam, tell us about this.
Oh yeah.
Florida man quit his job in front of a lot of people and disrobed and
Oh yeah. Yes, a Florida man quit his job, and that Florida man, of course, is Antonio Brown, right? Yes. Now, what a lot of people don't understand here, and I think we have a clip, is that what you don't see in all the clips is the actual stage, the audio from the game. A lot of people thought he was quitting the team. That's what was widely reported. But when you actually play the audio from the stadium, you realize he was just giving an impromptu striptease. Right? Do we have a clip here?
All right, here we
we
go.
have it. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just giving the fans what they want.
Bad news: the Tampa Bay Bucks lost a wide receiver. Good news: he made about $150 on his way out of the theater or out of the stadium.
Well, here's the thing. So I started writing this bit about. We don't have the clip ready for this one because it's a professional broadcast. I started writing this bit about. Could you imagine? It's an away game. It's an away game. Can you imagine being the Uber driver who picks up Antonio Brown and takes him to his hotel room? Started writing it, and then the dude who was his Uber driver started posting TikToks with him in the car.
Yep.
Are you serious?
This is a real
They
thing.
exist.
It is
Oh
absolutely
my
something that happened.
Hilarious.
And real quick before I need to just step aside real quick. Before that, we did get a $50 donation from Bethany,
Nice.
putting her money where her mouth is. We will beat last year's money raised. Let's do this. We will.
Awesome.
Well, let me just say, because I didn't get a chance before, thank you for donating
Yeah.
to the Karen Volpe Preston Legacy Fund.
Absolutely.
But also, we have our second winner of the scholarship. I haven't formally announced it yet, but I did say it on one of these podcasts, and I'll say it again here. Hilariously, because I've made the parameters so tight for this, because it's the people who need the nudge, I want to get the scholarship. So it's somebody from where Karen grew up, who
Right.
wants to pursue the arts.
Right.
You know, theater or comedy would be great, but and if you're there, you could get pregnant at 16 and then it's retail for 40 years, or anything, whatever it is. You're not often encouraged to pursue your dreams because they're crazy or because who knows what reason. You have to be more like-minded. But so then with those parameters so tight, there were two people who fight for this scholarship, and the person who won was the same person who won last year, Lily Melquist. So we're happy to give her another $500. She's the bullseye though. She was working at the National Comedy Center. She's going into lighting and tech theater, and
That's
she's
awesome.
going to Fredonia, where Karen and I went. So it's a perfect match, and she won it again, and great for her. So yeah,
I'm gonna be right back.
we'll get to make a fuss
awesome.
about her. Hopefully, if all goes well, we have the Lucille Ball Festival of Comedy again in Jamestown in August, and I'm going to go back there and we'll make a big fuss for her.
That's the amazing thing too. Is Ghostbusters is in the news? Obviously, that reminds me of Karen. Obviously, the movie is about a little girl growing up in the Midwest who gets to, or out in the country, but gets to become a Ghostbuster.
Right.
And then I'm done watching that, and I start watching the Lucy and Desi movie. And, of course, I'm reminded, with the whole Jamestown thing, everything like that. There's a podcast there. The first episode is on Lucy, and the first episode is called Jamestown. It's just like, it's great. There's so much Karen energy out there, and that, that she's very much with us and definitely with the recipient. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So thank you, Bethany. And thank you, Billy, and anyone else who has or decides to donate. If you don't know how it works, it's I may have said this last year, but it's worth repeating. It's an endowment fund. So the money you put in just grows and grows and grows and grows, and you give away the interest. So the more you have, the more you give away. You never have to replenish the tank. It's just more and more money means more prize for the winner. So
yeah, very cool. Very cool. And gosh, means everything to, Karen didn't have anything like that when she was a kid, saying, no, you can leave town and go pursue your dreams. And now that's just there for somebody else. It's really cool.
But ironically, I was going through the garage and found some paperwork where she was given a scholarship by the very people now who are managing the scholarship that's in her name.
What?
So the Chautauqua Region Community Foundation, they've been around for, decades. So,
so I thought
that
awesome.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's in good hands.
Yeah. Bethany is so active in the chat. Why be on the show? Why'd you leave?
Get
you're on the
Bethany in
show,
here.
but you're not on the show.
So, with 2022 news, have we talked about the Golden Globes yet? We have not mentioned the Golden Globes, have we?
No.
Have they happened
Okay,
yet?
so,
No.
The Golden Globes
Are
will
they
be,
happening?
Yeah. The Golden Globes are happening. The Grammys are
They're just not
postponed
hip and
indefinitely.
happening.
The Grammys are postponed indefinitely, which means they might make it on next year's show. Be on the lookout. But the Grammys are happening this weekend. They will not be televised.
Next year's show
apparently
is in
there
a
will
week,
be
by the
no
way.
celebrity presenters. But no celebrity presenters, and people are wondering if it's the end of the Golden Globes and their validity in the Hollywood sphere. Well, we're not. Should we go into the Hollywood Foreign Press and make that a thing, the HFPA, or should we just talk about a game that I wanted to play with you guys today? The Golden Globes. Was this nominated for? This was nominated for a Golden Globe. Was it nominated for an Oscar, a Razzie, or both?
Oh.
You guys want to play the game?
Sure.
Both would be
Oscar, Razzie,
fascinating.
or both?
Go ahead.
Oscar, Razzie, or both?
Now,
I like
Razzie
that.
in any category?
So it's going to be
Did
specific.
they give away
nomination-
Razzies for cinematography? Sorry, go ahead, AJ.
I wish. There are no Razzies for cinematography.
I mean, they
because
just go with actors, right? Or with the movies.
There's also no Golden Globes for cinematography because they don't want to invite cinematographers to their parties. So
Well, they're
we're gonna
drunks.
we will start off with an easy one. This
All
is
right.
from last year's Golden Globe. Music, directed by Sia.
Music directed by Sia. I don't think I know this movie.
Yeah, I heard it's ironically a tone-deaf film. I haven't seen it though, but Yeah, that was so. You're saying by mentioning it, it was Golden Globe nominated, or you mentioned
this was nominated
Or
for
both.
best film musical or comedy.
at the Globes?
And also
At
got
the
either
Globes.
a Oscar
Okay.
or a Razzie nomination.
I
Razzie,
guarantee you it
Oscar, or
had
both?
0 Oscar nominations.
Yeah, that's
And I think it
gotta
was
be a
nominated
Razzie.
for a Razzie, and that would be. It wouldn't surprise me if the Globes and Razzies cross-sect on a lot of these.
Right? Yeah. Because they have the comedy category. It allows for a little extra with the Golden
A lot
Globes,
of
right?
dumpy
Isn't that
stuff.
I
Yeah,
think so.
my vote is
Yeah,
Razzie,
Razzie.
and Globes only.
So, Jeff, Mike,
That is the biggest insult you
Juice?
have ever said to me.
I am in
Mike-
agreement with.
Okay. So we all agree. We all agree. Razzies. It was nominated for a Razzie.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it recent. We're gonna go with Glenn
A
Close.
Razzie
nominated
for production design.
Um,
I don't think they do that for the Razzies, right?
Or
no,
acting categories.
this film,
Yeah.
by the way, is the most offensive film to people with autism that I've ever seen. in my
Oh, does
entire
it think
life.
it's doing a good thing though?
It thinks it's doing a
Ooh,
good
that's
thing, and it
tough.
does really, really
And it's
bad
really,
things.
really, really bad.
So, are you familiar with Tropic Thunder?
Yes.
It's Simple Jack.
Oh, but for real.
But
yeah.
for real, yeah.
Oh,
What's
man.
it called?
100% unironic.
Music.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
really-
that's
it's
music.
so-
That's what music is.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
music. I have to look this up.
So,
It's awful.
moving on, we're gonna go with
Sia is a director now?
Sia, the
Apparently.
musician.
Who knew?
We're gonna go with Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh.
It's another recent nomination.
Well, okay, so it's definitely a Golden Globe, right?
Mhm.
Jeez,
Yep.
she gets
And-
nominated all the time.
I think
She's
she's the
nominated for-
trifecta here because that movie was
Yeah.
roundly trashed
Trashed.
for its just again offensive just portrayal of rednecks.
Is that what it
Can you
is?
offend
Yeah,
a
I never
redneck?
watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually better than I thought it was going to be, but it's still not the high point of her or Howard or Amy Adams. Amy Adams is the best part of the movie, though, actually. I think it hit the trifecta, though, because of all
Probably.
the bad news I've heard about it, and I think she was nominated in both Oscars and Globes. That's my
Yeah.
guess.
I'm with you.
Adam-
Yeah, that's
Adam's on a
that's
second podcast in a row, so he's sweating. That's not a surprise.
fine.
What do you think? What do you think, Mike and Juice?
What do you think,
I'm gonna
Jeff?
concur with that.
So we're all in
Uh,
agreement.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's.
So wait,
She was nominated for an Oscar, but not a Razzie.
Oh, I'm shocked.
so
Oh.
if they get
Question.
all three though,
Too
is that like
prestige for a Razzie.
is that like the ROGG? So like we call it a ROG, like there's the EGOT, but if they get the Razzie, the Oscar, and the Golden Globe, the ROG.
Rog.
I think we have something here. Halle Berry's a ROG.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock is a
Well-
rog.
Sandra Bullock's a ROG.
Well, I mean, Johnny Depp nominated for 10 Golden Globes and so many Razzies and 3 Oscars. Might be the greatest awards nominee of all time. I'm gonna move on to Ron Howard for Best Adapted Screenplay, Hillbilly Elegy.
Is that
Did Ron Howard adapt it?
It's adapted.
Adapted from the book by.
Don't look into it.
By
Don't
Seth?
worry
I'm gonna go off outside the box and say 0 for 3.
Ooh.
None of the above.
It's nominated for a Golden Globe,
Oh, then that's it.
and that's the thing. All
Is
these are
neither
Golden
an
Globe
option?
nominees.
It's either or.
Neither is an option. Both is an option. Razzie
gonna go
is an
Razzie.
option. Oscar
I'll say
is an option.
Razzie. But I didn't know they did writing for the Razzies.
Well, the
Well, the
Razzie
Razzie-
Tent does its own thing.
Yeah.
Like they make up awards as they go, so as they should.
It's the Razzie of award shows.
Who won the Razzie for worst foreign short film?
I think they need to implement that.
Yeah.
I'm saying Razzie only.
So
That's
was
where I was gonna lean
nominated
to,
for a Razzie.
Yeah.
Now, this is a thing for all 3 awards. I'm going to make it very clear before I say this. For original song, Paul McCartney, Vanilla Sky, in the movie Vanilla Sky.
I'm just gonna go Oscar.
You know, I would think that movie would not get a Razzie, but for some reason, this does ring a bell that it did get some blowback. So I'll say Razzie only.
Same here.
Okay.
I'll go.
I have
Both.
I have no remembrance of that being in any kind of awards talk.
No,
So
but
it
it
must have
just
flown under
rings-
the radar as a
yeah.
Razzie nomination only, my guess.
Yeah.
So, the song Vanilla Sky by Paul McCartney in the film Vanilla Sky, directed by Cameron Crowe, starring Tom Cruise, was nominated for an Oscar. That is an Oscar-nominated film. Thank you.
This is the first time I've heard that there's a Paul McCartney song in the movie Vanilla Sky.
Same here.
It is. Yep, that is a thing. That is a thing that happened.
Give my regards to Penelope Cruz. Yeah.
It is a. Also, by the way, the original Spanish language film that it's based on for Vanilla Sky is absolutely beautiful.
Abre
Vanilla
los
Sky.
ojos.
Yes. Did you see that, the new Beverly?
I did not. I have not seen Abre los ojos.
I'm surprised you did not see it at the new Beverly.
Tomorrow night at the New Beverly is Mank and Citizen Kane. Am I going?
I watched Mank last night.
I haven't watched it all the way through, and I love it.
Being interesting.
Yeah, my favorite part is that the head of the studio walking down the hallway, like what he's telling and you got to have guts, you got to have movies got to have this or whatever. But then he stops every few seconds and goes hello, like everybody passes he says hi to, and like that whole speech is it's got to hit you here, it's got to hit you here, hello, like everybody wishes hello. Anyway,
yep, that's
cracks me
Mank.
up so much.
Now you mentioned Casablanca. Now everybody knows like that's a classic, and there's lots of classics, and eventually they entered the public domain. And a certain something entered the public domain in
Segue.
2022.
Thank you for the segue.
Yeah.
Why,
so
I feel like I've heard that as well. That reminds me what you're talking about there, that I believe some other things have entered the public domain. While we're covering the news of the year in review on day 5 of this year, yes, there were some new things that entered in the public domain. Paul?
Not only The Sun Also Rises, which I believe we researched entered public domain.
Yeah.
But Winnie the Pooh also entered
Winnie
public
the
domain.
Pooh.
Yes.
Which means now you can officially make a Winnie the Pooh porno without getting sued from Disney.
And have we done that? Perhaps. Play the clip.
Hold on, I just realized it's not up yet. I'm uploading it as we speak.
Well, let me explain to you then.
We had it. It disappeared.
There's
I'm uploading it as we speak.
Adam and I have already moved forward with 3 titles that we're going to be pushing to completion here, to climax, based on Winnie the Pooh being in the public domain. The first one is Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Gay. That's going to be
one option. And also coming up is Christopher Robin the Cradle. Would be another.
And of course, Winnie the Pooh and the 100-Acre Wood. So that's.
And I think we are ready with our current showing. So let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh, we have a clip?
Yeah.
I must be going now. Goodbye, Rabbit. Oh, help and bother.
A little more
Guys,
subtextual than
if you only knew the facial expressions that were coming out of the other end.
Hold on. We got to roll that one more time.
All right. Also,
Roll
when
it!
when you watch it, though, what was happening just before we got to the scene? Go.
Oh yeah.
I must be going now. Goodbye, Rabbit. Oh, help and bother.
So that's
I mean,
just
that's-
what you can look forward to now that Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain.
What's
We were just
hilarious,
talking
though-
about the Oscars. Just give it right now.
That is a shot framed much more beautifully than I could ever imagine from Oscar and Razzie Award nominated director Ron Howard.
I don't remember Rabbit putting a frame over his ass to get him out. And I don't even know how that would help. But again, we're in uncharted territory now that Winnie the Pooh can be
Right.
used by any of us.
In
it is
that
important
Winnie
to
the
me.
Pooh, he
It's
was
framed,
he put a
but not
frame on it, he
mounted.
drew a face on it. He tried to live with it because it wasn't going anywhere. In our Winnie the Pooh, we know why he framed it. Yeah, I think we know what he's doing there.
By the way, I do have to say, and I'm not proud of the fact that I have watched pornography in my life, but the opening of that scene does remind me that back in the day, you would get these tapes that were just a whole bunch of scenes or whatever. And I know you guys never would, but and I never would, but a friend of mine did. And but what was funny is you would come into a scene at the end of a previous scene, and it would be really messy before it would get into the new scene, which starts with the plot. The guy walks in and the pizza or whatever. But you would start with the previous scene. So the beginning of that Winnie the Pooh clip clearly looks like the end of a previous scene before a new scene starts.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
As I'm told by friends who watch pornography.
They're finishing up, and then they get into another scene.
they get closed down. By the way, we did get a Streamlabs donation from Alex.
You better have after that.
Oh, would I read this? It's gonna all tie in.
Well, read it with the right music.
She's saying, "Hi friends, Happy New Year. I hope 2022 has been absolutely amazing for all of you. I know it will be for me once this bout of COVID is over. Thank you for being so wonderful, and I can't wait to see where 2022 takes everyone. Much love to all of you." I'm sorry. This is hilariously unsexy. It's absolutely unsexy. So
That's right. It's the year in review, folks.
The thing is, you're
year-
going to get flagged by YouTube for the
was.
music now, not the Winnie the Pooh
yeah,
clip.
we do have. So we do have
Very
two
well
more-
put.
2 more questions on the Golden Globes quiz. One,
All right.
this is 2 separate films, but it's Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter.
Oh, he didn't get nominated for an Oscar.
Nope.
No.
That's
Razzie.
fact.
But he did get nominated for a Golden Globe? Yeah, they'll nominate anything.
I'm going
right?
to say no. I'm going to say Razzie only. Probably for the
Well,
second
no,
one.
everyth's automatically nominated for Golden Globe.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
right.
amazing.
What the fuck's
So-
wrong with
Actually,
Johnny
I'm going to
2011.
go 0. I don't even think the Razzies would give a crap about that.
Nope, 2014
I love them.
Razzie, 2011 Golden Globe. And for our last one, now this is a
Wow.
prospect.
the sequel? Yeah.
This
I
is
get it.
your guess because the award show has not happened yet. Jared Leto, Golden Award nominee as Paulo Gucci in the House of Gucci.
Razzie.
I got to see
There's
this movie.
no way the Academy nominates that.
Yeah, no, the Academy doesn't nominate it. The Globe did the Globes? The Globes did.
The Globes nominated.
The Razzies
Jared
won't
Leto.
either. He's actually he's just over the top, but he actually is fairly sympathetic as a character in that movie.
So-
He's in the wrong movie.
He's just over the top. Yeah.
So did you follow the news on on the Morbius delay, Paul?
Nope. Just got word that it was delayed in the middle of our show on Monday, actually.
So it was delayed till April 1st because Jared Leto, while playing a vampire, was doing the Paulo Gucci voice because he was stuck in character as a method actor.
That'd be weird. Like, do we have a clip?
Yeah. No. We don't have a clip. We just have the audio.
In our heads, we got a clip.
Vampire. I want to suck your blood.
Hey, it's Peggy Gubbins. Peggy, shouldn't you be monitoring the
Flying
fifth round
down
of
the
the
subway.
playoffs in our football league? Get out of here.
Tambor. Jeffrey Tambor.
So...
Yeah, boy, you know, I mean, are people going to be able to wait this much longer to see a superhero movie in 2022? I mean, this is, you know, if we got to wait how much more time before we see Morbius, people are just going to get really antsy because what else are we going to do to satiate our love of superheroes?
Pop quiz, Adam. How many MCU properties were released in 2021?
Into the public domain?
Not public domain.
Oh,
or
just released in theaters.
Publicly released.
Features or
wide release, Disney Plus, theaters, whatever.
How many movies or characters?
MCU properties.
Properties. So
shows or movies.
Oh,
shows and movies. Do you know 2021?
Paul is counting, but I'm just going to take a wild guess because I feel like the TV shows, I would say, in the movies, 8?
Very close.
There's 4 in theaters. There's 5 on Disney Plus, but
right,
I couldn't tell you what the hell's on cable or network anymore, so I could stop at 9.
Yep.
Is it
That's
9?
It? Oh, okay.
Oh!
You know, they have stuff like Runaways and Legion and all these other shows I'm not watching. So
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, so I don't know if that stuff's still going or not.
That's not MCU, though. So.
No, that's true. That's just
MCU.
Marvel.
I see.
So, do you know how many Marvel properties, MCU properties specifically, have been released in 2022 at the time of this recording?
Well, that brings us to some breaking news that we got just before we came on the show. A new episode of the Book of Boba Fett dropped today. So the biggest news of the year so far is that episode 3 of the Book of Boba Fett has been greenlit.
Yes.
No doubt a strong showing from the first episode, or from this episode here, provoked that move. And kudos to Disney Plus for another successful show.
I mean, I think it's going to be a good year. Yeah. I'm glad. I was hoping they would get a new one. You know, I thought 2 was good, made a strong showing. I think it's time for 3. Yeah.
Wait, put Peggy Cubbins' comment up there. Paul's just mad he's playing for 3rd place right now.
This one right here?
Yeah, Peggy, I played for 3rd place, and I won 3rd place.
There we go.
So you probably couldn't see it from down where you were, but that's what went on. So
here's the comment.
Best
Hi, Allison
season record.
Yeah.
That's not the one I was talking about, but thank you.
And yet we all agree. Hi, Allison Salamone.
Hi, Allison Salamone. Thank you so much.
I got a Savorce and I had to play Salamone.
That is the first time we've all said hi to Allison Salamone in 2022. I'm just marking every occasion as we enter the new year.
Wait a second. I have to stop this entire show. Peggy, there's a 2-week playoff for round 2 as well? You got to be kidding.
What kind of league is this?
The final week? No one... Peggy screwed this whole league up. You can't have a fantasy game be the final game of the season. People get sad. Teams... Peggy. Yeah, Peggy, it's over. Anyway, that's the biggest news of the year so far. Peggy
the league that I won had 2 quarterbacks and 2 defenses. 8-man league. Just
what?
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
2 quarterbacks, 2 defenses, 8-man league. 1 flex spot.
Every player is great. That becomes tough.
Yeah. But no defensive players, just 2 defenses. So, by the way, speaking of great characters, we do need to talk about the Crypto Bros.
Crypto Bros.
Yes.
Why, anybody that calls themselves the Crypto Bros must be great people.
They must be amazing.
Oh my God.
Adam, what I have to ask you: have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, but I don't know what reference you're about to make, but I'm sure it's accurate.
So in Dragon Ball Z,
Mm-hmm.
they have at the very end when they're fighting Majin Buu, they do a whole fusion dance
Okay.
where they combine themselves with another character to get more powerful. If these guys, let's bring them back up on screen. Let's bring them back on screen.
Oh my God. Can you believe? I mean, look at what's happening.
If they did a fusion dance, would they end up being Tom Waits?
Well, what these guys, what this is the Bogdanov brothers or Bogdanov brothers. They're French TV hosts and models for Britain's Spitting Image television show. They died of COVID 1 week apart from each other. They didn't get themselves vaccinated because, as you can see, if you put the photo up again, they never like people putting needles in their skin.
They don't want strange
Too
things injected into them. I think they.
I'm not going to sleep tonight after seeing that.
Has anybody seen this, the British Spitting Image puppets? The puppet show called Spitting Image? They look exactly like these guys.
Yeah, there were people who said that doctors said they were concerned that they would no longer be able to see above their cheeks. It's crazy. I don't get that whole thing.
Well,
That's
they
not even
will
a joke.
no
That's
longer
just-
be seen anywhere above or below their cheeks. We wish them the best. How long until those photos are made into an NFT?
How long until those photos become public domain?
100 years.
Well,
I don't want those two images going to porno music.
Well,
Here, put it back up. Put it up again.
got it.
Oh, yeah. All
and
right, enough.
I
Get
will-
out of here.
The one on the right looks a little like a. The one on the right looks a little like a Jordan Peele. Like Jordan Peele. If the fame goes to his head, he's like, he's got to, get a lot of facial surgery.
If Key and Peele made white chicks, this is what it would look like.
Oh God, you're right. It's Key and Peele as white chicks.
Okay.
You're right. That's what white chicks. That movie looks like. They look like burn victims in that movie. It was so weird.
We gotta pick a new song instead of the Natalie Bruglia. It's not Natalie Bruglia, is it?
Doom, doom,
Well,
doom,
are we doing more porn? I was thinking Wrecking Ball.
Thinking of what?
Wrecking Ball? Wrecking Ball?
Wrecking
Miley
Ball.
Cyrus?
Wrecking Ball Z?
Jesus Christ.
All right, we have 3 quick stories we want to share with you guys. All right.
All right.
So there's a picture of an old man there. Put up the picture of the old man. The oldest known U.S. World War II veteran just died at 112 years old this year. He was drafted at age 31 and served in the 91st Engineer Battalion. No cause of death was listed. But if you ask me, Nazis! Anyway.
They finally got him. They finally got to him.
Yeah.
Catch Al Pacino on Hunters on Apple. Amazon Prime, sorry.
Wow. All right. Paul, you had another story.
Oh, Adam, you want to do one of these 2 other stories?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there's 4 stories. Sorry, take another one.
Yeah,
Each
there
get
should
2.
be 3 more.
A 9-year-old, and by the way, we are, of course, recapping the year that was 2022. A year in review. Thank you for tuning in. If you didn't get the joke, we're doing the year in review.
Adam, it was a
2022.
year like many others.
Like many others, it began on January 1st. And here we are on January 5th. And this is just one of the stories that has happened. A 9-year-old in Baton Rouge, Louisiana was suspended from school for refusing to wear a mask. Which can only mean one thing. Louisiana takes its Halloween real seriously.
Real early.
Or really late. Or still going. Or show the picture of the LSU fans. As you can see, 9-year-old just taking after the folks. Just taking after the adults.
Yeah. Oh, I've had one.
Down the bottom
Found
is one
one.
kid in the mask.
Yeah,
Oh, I see one.
there's one.
I can't tell if it's a beard or. That's a
No,
beard.
it's not the beard. It's
I don't
like
think the
down
chicken
to
would
like
be-
the beard.
Having traveled to the Midwest for the holidays, they do not care about masks or COVID
Being
or
in
anything.
Omaha,
Don't care.
being in Omaha, these
Yeah.
two guys on the same row as me have seen me without a mask more than anybody except for my own immediate family. And that was only because of peer pressure, by the way. Someone blame me for that.
What, taking the mask off was peer pressure? Or putting it on?
Yeah. Oh
There
yeah.
was
I didn't
no
want to be a
peer
lame-o.
pressure.
But yeah. So it's yeah, that's the Midwest. That's the Midwest for
Yeah.
you. Or Florida or Louisiana or
Yeah. And there
Puts it
is
in a
pressure
weird
to
place.
there is pressure to take that mask off too. I felt it when I was in places and houses, and I'm like, I'm kind of, I'm being the Californian. I'm like, no, we wear these all the time. Go to bed with it on.
It's just second nature.
It's my safety mask. You just put it on over your eyes.
I've done that. That was kind of the convenient thing. I was at a job where I was wearing a mask the entire day, and this is like a year ago. And it came midday at lunch. Got my lunch done early. I'm like, I'm gonna take me a half-hour nap, and I was like, well, how perfect is this? I just took the bottom part off, flipped it over the top, went to a sleep mask, nodded out for 30 minutes. It's good,
These are
versatile.
life hacks that you only find on What the Show or the videos.
Hey, put up a
Hashtag
picture of
life hack.
WWE wrestler Seth Rollins. Turns out he was attacked and knocked to the ground by a man who ran out of the crowd during a live broadcast.
Oh,
Or was he? I mean, it's wrestling, right? Also, dude who jumped out of the crowd, you're 3 days early. The anniversary of Do Whatever the Fuck You Want Day is tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Consequenceless behavior day.
Clearly. Yeah, a year later.
Now, these are just some of the stories that have happened in the year that was 2022. Yeah, go ahead. But we've got one more.
We got one more.
David Bowie's catalog has sold for $250 million. So we can finally realize his dream of using Under Pressure to sell ACE inhibitors.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's what the song was about.
He was an artist.
Oh no.
It's going to be popping
It's
up
the
more and
Violent
more.
Femmes and Wendy's all over again.
Up with another name for another Winnie the Pooh porn movie. It's called Kanga's Dry January. Anyway,
With that?
And that's the year that was is.
Yeah.
And will continue to be. Oh no.
So only one movie's come out this year. So I think that's, what is that, the 355, Paul?
and it
Actually-
comes out Friday. It hasn't even come out yet.
Oh, it hasn't even come out yet. Okay,
Not
so
yet.
if we're trying to figure out what might be nominated from this year, our options are, what came out last week, Paul?
That would have been December 31st. So no
Oh.
movie has come out in 2022 yet.
Then we have
But
no
however-
predictions.
But
The
last week it
Hogwarts
was
reunion.
Cyrano.
We are
and,
doing our Oscar
something else.
predictions.
Yeah.
So-
So I can predict nothing for the Oscars, I guess, because
More
nothing's come out.
Morbius. Just Morbius.
So, my prediction,
All Morbius, every category, production design, acting.
A truthful statement here, though. I'm kind of angry of how good Jared Leto looks in that movie.
Oh, I know, right? I saw a House of Gucci trailer back to back with Morbius, and I was like, he's the greatest actor of all time, as far as I could tell.
The
But
making of
he's-
this one is way better than the other.
He can be obnoxious, but I look at him in that role. I'm like, great role for him. He looks good. It looks exciting. Sony's on a roll with Marvel properties. So the two biggest movies of the year are Sony, right?
I can't believe they
Spider-Man
made a
and
Morbius movie. That's nuts. That's insanity.
I can't believe they made one with Jared Leto.
Yeah,
But-
Joker and then Morbius? It's nuts.
So my Oscar pick for 2022, and this is for all categories, including foreign film and whatever the fuck you want to throw at it. It's going to be Moonfall, because in 1969 the moon came to us.
Is that a
We
period?
choose to go to the moon.
Wait. Yep. Now we're good. Yep. Moonfall for all categories. Moonfall will be the movie of the year.
I said Best Supporting Actor for the JFK speech that accompanies any movie about space. We choose to go to the moon.
Because we choose to.
Because we choose to. Because we want it to blow up.
Not because it is hard.
Not because it's hard.
Not because it's easy, because it's hard.
We choose to squeeze Winnie the Pooh through this hole. Not because his butt looks so nice, but because we're hard.
What'd you say? Uh-oh.
I must be going now. Goodbye, Robert.
There you go. There's the clip. The previous scene's clip. He's covered in...
And bother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good enough to frame, baby. Good enough to frame. Look at that.
It's not about the facial. It's not about the frame. It's about the facial expressions. It's about the.
Winnie's Pooh.
It's true. Winnie the Pooh, if you didn't change the name for the XXX audience, would seem to be a kind of a niche type of movie, right? The Pooh lovers type movie. Ooh, I don't think I'd watch that.
Mr. Hanky and Winnie have adventures together.
Yes.
Oh, before I forget, also, happy 25th anniversary to two of the most influential films of all time, Speed 2 Cruise Control and Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Speed 2 is dear to
Wow.
our hearts. It was the first movie Ev and I saw together.
Not the first, Paul.
Oh, no. But,
First was Lost Road.
oh, you're right.
It's the most memorable from that summer.
Because, we said we're going to see everything. And we saw Jurassic World, Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Lost World.
Woo! We're going to see everything. Speed 2. Do we want to see everything?
Do we want to see everything? And it was like, we're like opening night. We wanted to see everything on opening night that summer. Paul and I made a pact, and we had just met. And we're like, let's see every summer movie on opening night. And the rigmarole of getting to Speed 2 was like, I had to swing by in a taxi and pick up Paul immediately after work, and we're late for the screening. And it's all this rush to get to see Speed 2. And we're like, yeah, maybe we don't have to see every summer movie.
And then
It really
Speed
did
2
end it.
So here's the thing. Do you guys know the actual date of release for Speed 2 Cruise Control?
It would have been May something. I couldn't tell you. So, it might have been June. Yeah, May or
Might have been June.
Maybe June 11th.
It's June 13th.
13th.
June
Oh,
11th
very
is
close.
the release date of
Yeah.
E.T., which is also celebrating
That'll be 40.
40 years. So,
The by the way, Raiders of the Lost Ark 40th came and went without enough fanfare, if you ask me.
was
But
nothing.
Adam, we should do that again this year
Oh,
for
yeah.
our 25th anniversary. We should go to every summer movie in the opening night, which I could be a Thursday now. We can
Let's
give
do
ourselves
it.
a little window and say either Thursday or Friday night.
We should do it.
See everything all
Because-
summer.
Because we're doing the Monday show now, and this is a total, the 25th. It's a 25th anniversary of when we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I would like to ask you
Well,
guys.
how many of the audience or hosts is that older than?
mm,
I know.
well,
I
25
think,
is only.
Juice, you're right there, right?
Yeah, right around there.
But for the 40th anniversary of E.T., the What the Show crew is planning on, fingers crossed, the remote people being there for Bethany Deacon doing an entire 40 rides of ET at Universal Studios.
Really?
Orlando.
Nice.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So-
Got to come up with 40 names to feed him.
He's not saying names right.
Oh,
this
right.
minute.
That's right. ET will say, "Oh, you write it 40 times."
Cast member.
Right. Think of a sentence because ET says your name. Right. That's what you're saying, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, and film it. Yeah.
Film it. Have it say something that ends up being a sentence.
I like recycling. It is good for America and nature. Or something like that. That'd be funny.
Did you say psilocybin? Oh, wow.
I got away with Thor. I think I got away with Zagnut once.
My family and I used to say we
So
were
on
the
a regular
Bundys, so it would be Al, Peggy, Kelly, and Bud.
But this crew should be all in one place that weekend if we book our tickets right for Justin and I. We could do a Speed 2 cruise control for all of us in one room, connecting with you guys. Anniversary review. But that's
Out here in LA?
Well, no, wait, we're gonna be in Orlando.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not in LA.
But at least a
we're
remote
like-
thing where the four of us are one room, and then you guys just compete over our mic space.
You know what's fun, Paul, is if we do the 25th anniversary of our trying to see every summer movie on opening night, or opening weekend, I guess we could expand it a little bit. But there is a Jurassic World, there's a Jurassic movie, which because the first one we ever saw was The Lost World together.
Yeah, well, we talked about this the other day. This will include, I talked about this on our show. So this could include a summer full of Doctor Strange and
Doctor
Multiverse of
Strange.
Madness, Tom Cruise and Top Gun Maverick, The League of Super Pets, Jurassic World Dominion,
Yep.
Lightyear, Thor
Yep.
Love and Thunder, Black Adam, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse 2, or whatever the new thing is.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual name of it. Across the Spider-Verse, that's it. The Flash. No, that Flash is in November. But anyway, so that's a pretty stacked.
Yeah.
7 or 8 movies that are great.
Solid.
And more to come.
And the only other ones that might be tough are like Black Phone is 1 week, like that's avoiding the week after Lightyear. It's the Black Phone. And Shotgun Wedding we'll also have to go see. Or Minions: The Rise of Gru we'll have to go see also. It's got to be in there. But if we want to go the whole summer, the full 3 months of summer.
It's been on the shelf.
That's a good
since,
challenge.
Either Thursday or Friday. All summer. We should do it.
Yeah, right. No, we're not going to do the thing where we had to see it on Friday night for whatever reason we made that rule in 25 years ago. But
Yeah, but they're opening Thursdays now anyway, so maybe we can take advantage of that if we have to. Yeah, I like this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Let's do the same thing, but with Gophers.
And make an NFT about it. So, with that, Richard Karn.
What's an NFT?
Who gives a shit, right?
Who gives a shit? Where's our drops?
I had a
God
gopher around here.
damn.
I had a damn gopher from. I don't know where he's at.
So,
So that's the year that was 2022. What will happen
absolutely.
tomorrow? We don't know.
Don't jinx it.
But we'll be here to report on it in 2023's year in review next
January 25th. January 5th, 2023. We'll be back to review 2023.
So, for everybody on the panel, Justin and Juice, where can we find you?
Oh yeah, you can find me. Watching Pooh and doing all sorts of things, and but you won't find me drinking alcohol or coffee until the next year in review of 2023.
Really? You're quitting that for the whole year?
No, I have 1 month. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
Mike Deacon, how about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just here. Next week we do have Thomas Harper stopping by, so we're going to do all sorts of goofy Star Wars related material next week. So
Pride of the Den,
and it's pretty much
Gotta be proud of something.
So Paul Preston, formerly of the Den, where can we find you, sir?
What lady formerly of the Den?
Formerly,
Still in the
probably denounced from the Den. Sorry.
Well, at P Preston LA, most places at P Preston LA. The Movie Guys everywhere as well, at the Movie Guys, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And there you go, themovieguys.net. You can find all sorts of stuff there. Articles, reviews, red carpets, the TMG interview with amazing people from, Ray Parker Jr. to, who the hell have we had on the show? Oh, we had John Ottman on the show to talk about editing Bohemian Rhapsody. And then what happened? He won an Oscar. So
we call that the Movie Guys bump.
It is. Yeah. And then, you'll find pages on there about my new company I'm launching soon that tours film locations in LA, and you'll see the big page about trivia nights now for sale that I can bring to your company or personal event. I did them over the holidays, and they're big hit. And then there's a big page there about renting the Ecto-1 if you want a Ghostbusters party. I have an Ecto-1.
Paul owns an Ecto-1.
Stuff. So the page is loaded with bullshit. Go check it out.
Adam.
Yeah, Paul left a couple things out that I'll cover here. We also do a podcast called The Ford Fiesta, in which we cover every Harrison Ford movie from beginning to end. We are now up to More American Graffiti. Kind of took a month off for the holidays here, so we're going to get back onto a regular schedule there. We just lined up some really good guests. We have William Bibiani coming up for More American Graffiti. We have John Kaiser for Apocalypse Now. According to the text I have, we will be having Dan Murrell talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I'm very excited about because I've gotten in a conversation with Paul and Dan, just the three of us, and we have a lot of fun talking. It's a pretty good convo between me, Paul, and Dan. So I'm hoping that goes through. And but also, Paul and I have a Monday show. We do a live show every Monday called Monday Movie Nonsense. I've added the word Monday to that, Paul. I hope you don't mind. I like the word Monday Movie Nonsense. It rolls off the tongue. We talk about everything from the week before. We talk about new trailers that have been dropped, anything that's coming up the upcoming weekend. We try and do skits and sketches and little things like that, too, and try and keep it fun and light and bring on some good guests. And I have to say, this Monday, we are going to be bringing on... I was in a sketch comedy troupe. I am in a sketch comedy troupe, but we used to perform more than we do now, but called Schadenfreude. And our tech guy and writer, Steve Schmidt, his daughter just watched all of the James Bonds in about 2 months. She got interested in No Time to Die, and he goes, well, honey, this is like the 25th movie. And this is him telling me the story. He goes, so my daughter says she's really interested in No Time to Die, and he says, there's 25 other movies. And he goes, so we're starting, what was the one he was starting? He's like, so we're starting GoldenEye tonight. I'm like, he'd already watched like all the Bond films. So we're bringing on Brad Gilmore, who has a book with Mike Kalinowski coming out on James Bond, and we're going to have him and a 9-year-old on talking about James Bond, which is going to be really fun. So that's this coming Monday.
I will have to tell you about my mental scars right after this with James Bond. But that sounds...
You were scarred? You were scarred? Do you weep blood? Do you have diamonds encrusted in your face? Do you have a thing in your brain that doesn't allow you to feel pain? Which one am I referring to there? Huh? Robert Carlyle.
Then the world is not enough.
Robert Carlyle.
Yes.
So,
AJ, you seem like you're working up a sentence. You want to go for it?
Nope.
It's probably bad. Thanks, everybody. This has been What the Show. Tune in every...
Paul's got it. Master host.
So for What the Show, I am AJ Lancaster. We also have the Air Bud Cinematic Universe. First,
it's a thing.
Are you really doing that? Are you doing all those movies?
Sweet.
Yes. We have the first 4 episodes recorded, the first one released, the next 3 to come,
That's
and
hilarious.
then the rest of the series will continue with Jeff Altman. Then we also have the the Cage Match series, which will be every single Nicolas Cage movie. Yes, we are booking currently.
I gotta tell you, sub theme and Monday Movie Nonsense is I am obsessed with Nicolas Cage now. Like I'm convinced now. I have to go back to his what I would have said prior to a few months ago. I would have called his lackluster early 2000s appearances, which I assume are genius now, because I watched Prisoners of a Ghostland, I watched Pig, I watched Willy's Wonderland, I just watched the one where he goes off to find Osama bin Laden, and I'm just like, he's the greatest, most entertaining actor of all time.
Yes. So we are doing
I like that.
movie by movie analysis of Nicolas Cage. That's
Wow.
the thing that's happening. Was not in any way inspired by the Ford Fiesta. But, we are so thankful for you for that. And we will be trying to reach out to you for booking.
Oh my gosh, yeah, please.
So with that, we have Justin and Juice, we have Mike Deacon, we have Adam Witt and Paul Press in the movie, guys. This has been 2022 Year in Review. Good night.